All right, I'll mute myself.
So let's get started. Thanks, guys, for calling in. If more people call in, that's absolutely fine, but I want to get started on tonight's because I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this. Does anyone have anyone to recognize tonight on any accomplishment that they have? I know I want to recognize Holly because Holly has not only hit diamond this month, but if you guys add up what she's done in her business through her business center and her husband and her friends, I don't even know, Holly, like what success club would you be at right now?
I think 12 or 14.
Yeah. So she's really doing amazing, and I'm so incredibly proud of her. And like she's hit Success Club in her own personal account too. So really incredible, Holly, and you're so inspiring. And I just really, I can't say enough things about you, but you're amazing, and I love you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yay, Nicole figured it out. Let's see if we can see her face. Oh, not yet. But all right, so tonight I want to talk about how to invite with confidence, leading by example, and what it means to be a true leader. And these may be all like, subjects that you guys are kind of familiar with and like, may think that we've had calls on it before, but I really think it's important to kind of talk about it in a lot more detail and to get you guys to think about it from maybe a different perspective, and how it's affecting your business and how it's affecting you as a coach and a leader for your team. Because a lot of you guys are, Kim, I know you're a newer coach, but like some of the people on the call, like I feel like we have like a wide range of like coaches and where they're at with this business. So I really feel like this will address all of like what you guys are going through, and you'll all be able to kind of relate to it in different ways that I think will be really effective for you. So when I think about inviting with confidence, for me, like one of the key ingredients to becoming a successful Beachbody coach is belief. And this is something, guys, that I've really started connecting with over the past few months, because when I look at my business and I think about, where I started to where I am right now and what I've done in that time, it all comes down to belief. Like I remember, I have a diamond retreat coming up that I know a lot of you guys are working towards and trying to qualify for, and I'm so excited about this retreat and being able to do this for you guys. And I remember being at that retreat last year and asking Kim Carmer, who was there from corporate, and like asking him, like, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, Kim. Like, I'm like, can you kind of like help put things into perspective for me as a coach? Like people are now asking me like, how are you doing so well? Like this type of coach you are. And he's like, Heather, from me, like looking in, I feel like what you really have is like, you believe in people. And that really hit home for me because it was something that I had a really hard time with realizing on my own. And Lindsay also did a really great job at this too, like bringing this to my attention. Like she really, like as one of my coaches was like, Heather, like you're the most consistent person, you believe in people, and that really goes a long way. And I've seen this through Holly as well. Like really, like just like when you take the time to really put time into someone and believe in them, it makes such a big difference. So one of the key ingredients is belief, and belief works hand in hand for me with confidence, leading by example, and being a strong, respectable, inspiring leader. And confidence to me, I feel like can be a tricky thing because like we talk about confidence every day, but what does that mean? Like what does confidence mean in this business? Most people just think it means being confident in yourself, which is something that people have a really hard time with. Like they want to be confident, but are they really confident? But for me in this business, what I realized is there's two different types of confidence. So there's confidence in yourself, and then there's confidence in this opportunity. So confidence in yourself. So what that is for me, it comes down to reading personal development every day, guys. Like we talk about personal development all the time. It's so easy to get busy in our everyday and not put in the time to do this. I know for myself, like this is one of the most challenging things for me right now because I'm in school as well. I'm getting my MBA full time. I have a lot of other reading I need to be doing. And I'm honestly upset by that. Like I'm upset that my school reading takes away from the other reading that I want to do. But what I've realized through this opportunity, guys, is that the reading I'm doing for school is actually personal development as well. Because like one of the classes I'm taking is leading and managing people. Like that applies to this business. It maybe is not the book that I want to be reading, but it's like any type of reading like this that helps you grow as a person, that helps you think of things from a different perspective, is personal development. So that's something to consider as well, and to never overlook like those opportunities for yourself to learn and grow. You know, what it comes down to for me, and again, like this was a hard thing for me to come to terms with in the beginning. Like when I first became a coach, guys, like a lot of you weren't around. Like I'll be honest with you, when my coach was like, you need to read personal development, I was like, self-help books? Like, no, like I don't need that. Like I don't need, like, I don't know. I took it as like a really negative thing. Like I was like, no, like I'm good. Like that's fine. And, but I realized over time, it's like in order to help other people, you need to become a better version of yourself. And you can't do that on your own, guys. Like I know like we all want to believe we're like this really strong person where like we don't need to read these books, or we don't need to be teachable and like have to listen to our coach and like have to like listen to these trainings and want to do these things. But it's like the reason why Beachbody promotes these type of things and promotes reading personal development and doing these trainings is because it works, because it's necessary to order to help others to have to grow yourself, because none of us are perfect. Like, let's be honest, like, and there's no such thing as being perfect. We all have struggles that we need to overcome. And our job as a coach is to come to terms with those struggles and to inspire others by overcoming them and working through them. Like when that first clicked for me for Beachbody, like it was life-changing for me and life-changing for my business. Cause I was like, whoa, like I went to my first Super Saturday and was like, oh, I thought everyone would be super fit here. And my coach was like, you're an asshole. And I was like, what? But like, I didn't understand Beachbody, guys. Like I didn't get what this meant. Like we're real people helping real people. And that's something to be really excited about, guys. Like we're changing the lives of not only of people, but people that really need us, people that won't be able to do this on their own, people that don't have the confidence in order to go to a gym or, you know, take the time to find like the tools they need and like the support they need, or they just don't feel like they even like have the ability to do that. That's huge. But you, again, like can't get to that point and can't get to that place mentally without doing personal development yourself and understanding that there's something bigger than yourself and that there's people out there that really need our help. And you have to take down, like, you know, get out of yourself and come down to their level and understand and be empathetic with people and understand the things they're going through in order to help them. And have that strength in yourself in order to help them as well. Confidence in this opportunity is a completely different thing, guys. And they shouldn't be, you know, put in the same category at all. Because when it comes to confidence in this opportunity, like I feel like this is something that coaches actually really struggle with. From the beginning, I'm referring to like the confidence in the products, the confidence in the trainings, the business structure, your team. Like, I feel like these are things that people think, oh, that's common sense. Like, okay, I see the post every day in the training page and I get it. Like, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. You're not asking all the right questions that you need to be asking. You're just assuming that I have all of the knowledge and information that I need in order to be successful. But what happens is you go through your everyday tasks and, you know, you're maybe short with answering questions because you don't actually have all the knowledge you need. Like you kind of struggle to like really respond to someone in a genuine way because you don't really know all of the information. So you're just answering in a way that like makes sense to you maybe. So I feel like it's really important to ask you guys, like to ask yourself these questions. Do you feel like you have the knowledge to be successful? Are you taking every opportunity you have to learn the ins and outs of this business? And again, guys, like really think about this. Like take these questions down. Don't like just think of them and be like, yep, I know.
Heather, can you go slower? Hold on one sec. I'm trying to write it down.
I'll start over. I can post it. I can share this with you guys after too. So do you feel like you have the knowledge to be successful? Like this to me, it sounds like a really broad question, guys, but like when you really think about it, like when someone asks you a question, when you're trying to form with them and like figure out what program is right for them and figure out, oh, if the shakes, like they have an allergy or they have a personal struggle, whether it's fitness related or personal related, Do you feel like you can successfully answer that question? Are you taking every opportunity you have to learn the ins and outs of this business? Guys, I'm saying, like, when I ask that question, I'm saying, like, being resourceful in every possible way that you can. This is almost a horrifying thing, and this is not the relationship I want with you guys, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've probably had 5 conversations with my coach since I've been a coach. Like, when I think of, I talk to, like, Lindsay and Holly probably 5 times a day. Like, and I've really tried to develop this team culture that's not like that. And it's nothing against my coach. Like, this is honestly the way that I operate. And I'm realizing the further along I go in my business that this isn't a positive thing, guys. I work very independently and I've been successful in that way, but this is not what I want for you guys. Like, I want you to ask the right questions and to feel like you have the support from me, but also to be resourceful on your own. And what that means is learn the ins and outs of the Coach Online office, guys. Like, knowing that thing in the back of your hand and knowing what's available to you in information, like, just knowing that you can find the answers, how to search for it, and beyond the Coach Online office, knowing the groups on Facebook to look into, knowing that YouTube is an amazing resource for coaches, guys. If you have a question about anything, sharing, motivation, how to be a leader, how to find your niche market, how to manage your time. Like, I've been sharing, like, I have no care sharing videos of other top coaches. Like, Melanie Mitchell, guys, for me is one of the most inspiring coaches. She just gets this business. It's not just because she's a top coach, guys, that's why she inspires me. It's because I'm obsessed with how she runs her business. It's so organized. It's so streamlined. She cares about her team. This is not about her. And, like, I'd like to think that, like, this is how I run my business and how I want to run my business. Like, I'm trying to go and grow an amazing team culture that we feel like we have each other here. And I feel like that's how she is. So I'm going to continue to share her things. I inspire you guys all and recommend that you start following her YouTube page because she's a lot of great stuff. She also has a like page that's not under her name, guys. It's called Committing to Getting Fit because that's her blog name. So I highly recommend you guys start following that as well. But I'll continue with my question. Sorry, I got off track a bit. So have you done all the trainings your coach recommended to you? And not just have you guys done them, but have you actually actively participated in them? So if you're in my coach training right now, like my monthly coach training, are you actually reading them and engaging and commenting? Or, you know, even if you're not commenting, like, are you taking notes and applying this to your business? Are you resourceful and have explored every part? I already talked about that. Explored every part of the Coach Line office. Sorry. Do you follow top coaches on social media, like I was saying? So this is another important thing, guys. Like, you want to be following as many people as possible in order to be inspired by them, in order to understand, like, what are they doing in order to be successful? Like, I'm not saying copy their posts. I'm just saying, like, to really understand, like, what types of things should I be posting? Like, how should I engage with people? Like, we're not trying to push products here. We're trying to be real. We're trying to share a story. And there are people that are doing this really well. So just understanding how they're doing it can really help you, especially as a new coach. I mean, Kim, I know you're super new, so you really haven't started posting yet. And the other coaches on this call, I really feel like you guys have been doing a really great job, especially Holly. I feel like you're, like, really stepping up in your posts, and it's been pretty amazing to watch. Like, they've been so real. I know Lindsay called you out for one of your challenge group posts the other day. It was just, like, an amazing post that, like, had people really connect. And actually Lindsay's post recently of her butt challenge or whatever that was, like, I was like, I want to join that. Like, I want a nice butt. So, like, you guys, I feel like, are on track with that and doing a great job. The other thing I have here, which I already kind of mentioned too, was, do you watch YouTube videos of top coaches that have made topics you feel you're struggling with? So this is another thing, guys. Like, always feel like you can reach out to me. Like, I'm not saying don't do that and that I'm always going to be a resource for you, but the best thing you can do for yourself early on, which I realized, is be as resourceful as possible, because that's what's going to gain you the confidence and strength personally in order to really succeed in this business, to understand that no matter what, no matter if my coach is there, no matter what, I am a great resource. I'm a leader for my team. I'm able to, answer questions for people and, be that support for them. Like, I feel like that's one of the things that's like a really big struggle with this opportunity. So confidence in this opportunity is about believing you have all the tools you need in order to be successful as a coach. You feeling comfortable sharing the opportunity. You can answer questions that people ask. And you know what you need to do to get to where you want to be in this business. Like I said, don't expect for myself or your direct upline coach to do this for you. Like, know that they're there to help you and guide you and to give you the resources you need. But you guys need to be the driving force in becoming educated about this opportunity and doing everything in your power to be confident in this business. And I believe that you can't have one of these confidence to be successful. I think you need both. And depending on where you guys are in your business, maybe you need the personal confidence over more of the sharing opportunity confidence. But like, you guys need to decide, figure out, talk to your coach with like where you are in this business, what you feel like you need to be working on in order to take the necessary steps in order to get where you need to be. The next step I want to talk about really is like leading by example, guys, in this business, and it's all about being a product of the product and developing into a great leader for your team. So what do I mean by that? Like, leading by example, like, and again, like, this is going to sound basics, but really think about it, guys. Like, are you doing these things to be a leader? Are you doing the vital behaviors every day? Are you stepping up a leader in that way? Are you not just telling your team to do these things, but not doing them yourselves? Because that's not being a good leader. Like, that's basically like dictating what they should be doing and instructing them and not empowering them and leading them. Are you getting your workout in every day? Are you drinking Shakeology every day? Are you posting on social media every day? Are you reading your personal development? Again, I can't stress enough how important that is. Are you running successful challenge groups? Are you engaging with people? Like, you being that like great resource for your coaches to understand how like challenge groups are being run, and so they have a really good background as to how they can start them together for themselves. Are you helping your team set achievable goals for themselves? So, not only helping them set those goals, but are you helping them and giving them the tools and knowledge they need to achieve those goals? So, like, this is a really important thing, guys. Like, this business is interesting because you have goals for yourself in this business, and then your team members will have their own goals, and it's like where you can find the happy medium within those goals in order to work together and understand what that means. So, like, I know I've had some issues with, like, my coaches, kind of sometimes fighting for their goals for me. So, like, you want to find like that opportunity to be able to talk with your team members and for them to understand and find like their why and why they want to be doing this for themselves and what that means for them, and setting achievable ones for them. So, like, okay, you can have like a long-term goal, but what does that mean on the short term? Like, what are the small things that they can do day in and day out in order to get to that goal? Because I think that's one of the hardest things for coaches is that, use Diamond as an example, because that's a really important goal for people to get to. So you say, hey, like, it would be great for you to hit Diamond. Like, this is why, like, your income grows, like, you're stepping up as a leader. It's really exciting. You get acknowledged as a diamond in this business. But what does that mean? Like, people can't connect with it. They don't understand, well, why diamond? Like, why is that important for me? And talking about, like, the things that they can be doing up to that point, like, how they can be achieving diamond, what that means for them, the amount of money, more money that they can make, and whatever connects with their goals and why that makes sense for them is really important, guys. Because they're not going to understand why they're working towards that. And then if they don't understand why they're working towards it, they don't understand what they need to really be doing to get there. So, like, laying down that groundwork with a coach and really putting them first instead of you first, and understanding what their motivation is, understanding what their goals are, and what this business means to them will really be life-changing for your business, I think, in the relationship that you have with your coaches. And if this is something you want, guys, like, we talk about diamonds, a good amount. And, if you're a coach that wants to be a diamond coach, or maybe you're a diamond coach and you're stepping up as a leader and you want to be, maybe now you're working towards star diamond, like, do you feel like as a leader you're motivating and inspiring your team? Like, do you have a team page? Are you using that opportunity in order to grow them? Like, it's never too early to become a leader. You need to be doing all of the things that you're telling your team to do. Again, like, it's your positive journey that inspired them to want to become a part of this in the first place. And I was writing this and I was like saying this, like wanting to say this to you guys, like literally hit home with me again, because it's so true. And I feel like sometimes I forget this. Like, why did people want to join my journey? Like, why do people continue to wanting to join my journey? Like, it's your positive journey that is going to continue to get them excited and continue to keep wanting them to be a part of Beachbody and part of like you being their coach and their leader. So like, you need to be consistent with that, and you need to make them feel excited about that and not feel like they just come onto your team and then you drop them and you focus on yourself, you're focused on something else, and like you're not doing the daily things and not stepping up as a leader for them to feel like they have that support there. Like I'm realizing how important that is. The more my team grows, the more that like my coaches feel like I'm that person for them. Like, I'm the person they can come to and ask for questions because I'm knowledgeable enough to be able to answer those questions, and they feel like they have that support and they don't have to go to someone else. Like leading by example is crucial to developing a successful team with a great team culture, guys. It's huge. Like, it's never too early to start thinking about your team culture and what you want that to be, and thinking about the type of leader that you want to be. And it doesn't have to be the same type of leader that I want to be. Like, I mean, you have to find what works well for you and how you want to engage with your team and how you want to grow your culture. And not to mention, guys, if you do this, if you create a great team culture and you have your coaches working together, you feel like you're giving them all of the tools you need to do. Like, this is one of the weird things from the beginning, is because I come from a corporate background and I come from companies where people are so scared, like top heavy, to share knowledge with you because like they don't want their position stolen. Like this is my entire 9 years of background of experience, guys, in corporate. So moving into a setting where like in order to be successful and grow, like you need to like share all of your information. This has been like a strange transition for me, and I'm realizing it more and more every day how important that is. Like, don't feel like you need to keep this information to yourself. Like, my team training, like mine and Lindsay's team training, and like sharing those like those documents with you where we created that Google document thing where like all of those documents in there. Like, if I ever showed you guys my laptop, you'd be horrified with the amount of folders I have of things. Like, literally, it's insane. I always like, it's not funny. Like, I always joke, if I lost my laptop, I'd lose my life. Like, you guys would know if it happened because I'd be a hot mess. Like, I need to get a backup. But anyways, there's so much on there, guys, and I just feel like I've been doing you a disservice by not taking the time to like put something out there like that, and like creating this Google Docs like folder where I can just keep adding things to that. It's going to be really successful for you guys. And that's huge. Like, this is huge when it comes to duplication and not keeping the things that are helping you to be successful in this business and sharing within your team. So every opportunity that you have to do that, whether it's in your team's file section or you create a coach training or whatever it may be, like, take that opportunity in order to pass on the information that you can in order to help your team. Sorry, I'm just catching up over here. The Google Drive at one point wasn't working correctly. It should be now, though.
Okay, maybe I tried it then, because I can open up in Google Drive, but then I couldn't save it. So I would just like copy the whole thing and paste it into a document. And that's how, but some of that stuff doesn't really.
Yeah, it's tricky. You should be able to save it. You just have to kind of like, yeah, there should be an arrow thing with the down. Like, Lindsay's right. It's just, you just got to find it in there.
Okay. I'll look. I have a Mac. Macs are weird.
So one of the best quotes that I found, I felt like, on leadership was, leadership is not a position or title. It is an action and example. Like, that really spoke to me, guys, because like, I feel like in the beginning I was like kind of confused, like with this business. It's like, do I try to grow it for rank? Do I try to grow it for finances? Where do I stand with all of this? And what I finally realized is like, I want to grow this to be a good leader. Like, I want to grow a successful team. Like, and that's not completely focused on the financial part of it. It's not completely focused on rank. Like, it's just me wanting to feel like I'm doing something to help all of you. And for me, it's not a position or title. It's literally about becoming a better version of myself and helping you guys get to where you want to be in your life. Like, that's what I've realized, what makes me really happy. Like, stepping up as a leader in this business and developing these skills has been life-changing for me, honestly, guys. Like, again, I have 9 years experience in marketing and advertising. I was a senior position, and I didn't get half the shit I got from that experience that I have for this, and like being a leader for you guys. It's been amazing. And, you know, it's something that's going to happen for you guys too, if it's not already happening. So when I think of what a leader is, and like through my experience in personal development and everything that I've learned, one thing that I really want you guys to come to terms with right away is that you are already a leader. Whether or not you believe it or not right now, you are a leader. From the minute you sign up as a coach and decide that this is something that you want to do, you want to help others, you want to make money, you want to work on yourself, go for big goals, whatever it is that makes you a leader, guys, in your own life, and a leader to the people that you immediately start to bring on. So you need to give yourself credit for that. Like, it's not too early to develop a team name or to develop a team page. Like, I can't even tell you how long I was talking to myself in my team page, and I'm sure you guys go through this as well. Like, I didn't have a lot of people in there. I had no one engaging. I wanted to start running team calls, but like no one was calling in. Like, and my coach just kept saying, just keep doing it, just keep doing it, keep doing it, and finally it will happen. And it did. You know, it's happening. So like, make sure that you get in that mindset almost immediately, and like understand that in order to grow your business, if you really want to be a leader and you really want to be successful in this, take responsibility for yourself and your actions and your team. You know, even if you don't have a team yet, like, believe that you're already there before you guys are there too. Like, for me, like, I saw the future in this business before it even that opportunity even like arrived. Like, to get to Diamond, like I was talking about this with Holly today, like I used my boyfriend Matt and my mom in order to get to Diamond. Like, kind of took the cheap way out of it. Like, she was talking how sometimes she feels like a cubic zirconia and not a diamond because she did that. And I was like, shit, I was a cubic zirconia. Like, it's fine, guys. Like, if you need to do that to get over that hurdle in your business. And it's a funny thing because, and Holly didn't express this today, but I think she will, like, once she feels like she has a strong diamond. It's like, once, even though I did that, guys, I never fell out of diamond. Ever since I never fell out. And slowly it's empowering for you, and slowly you realize it doesn't matter because I'm gaining this confidence about myself. I'm stepping up as a leader. Like, I now feel like I still know enough about this business, even though I use them to get there, in order to recruit great people, in order to understand that I can do this. Like, honestly, like, look at it from a different perspective. Look at it as like, I'm pretty freaking badass. Like, I didn't need other coaches to get to Diamond. Like, I got there all on myself. Like, that's even harder. Like, you put more people under your family and friends to get there. Like, you recruited more. Like, you inspired more people. Like, that's huge. Like, that's something to be really proud of. And again, I'm going to go back to it. So nothing speaks louder for leadership, guys, than personal development. So when you are struggling as a leader and you're trying to find, like, you know, what's important and what you need to be working on, and like, where am I struggling and how can I get above that? Look for something in personal development. Either it's a book, either it's a podcast, maybe it's a YouTube video. Like, YouTube videos in my eyes are personal development. Like, if you're struggling with, you know, how to manage your time and you Google a YouTube video on that, that's personal development. Like, you're taking that opportunity, guys, to invest in yourself and to learn. So a few things on books I'm going to recommend. So if you're struggling with confidence, I recommend reading You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. It's life-changing, guys. She's strong, like, she's kind of tough love in the book, but it's absolutely worth the read. if you're struggling with understanding this business, then Go Pro by Eric War is a great book. Rock Your Network Marketing Business is a great book by Sarah Robbins to understand this business. It will give you really great insight into network marketing. If you struggle with understanding how to lead people, John Maxwell is amazing. Highly recommend him. He has so many books on leadership. He's great. So definitely look him up if like that's where you feel like you're struggling at this point to step up as a leader. Whatever the problem is, guys, some form of personal development can really, really help you. Like, don't think you're above it. Don't be like me in the beginning and think like, I don't need this. Like I said, like I still struggle with it now because I have so much other things going on, but I've realized there are different aspects of personal development, and any opportunity that you can take to read something that you feel like is going to better you is a form of personal development. It's positive. It's teaching you about a subject that you're not familiar with, and most things that you business like you can apply to this business. So never feel like it's not something that's going to be beneficial to you. Another way to develop as a leader, which is another thing people really struggle with, is constantly stepping out of your comfort zone. Like, this is probably something we don't talk about enough. I know, it's funny, like random coaches that I don't talk to a bunch, like will finally reach out and just say, oh, like your post inspired me today to like do this or do that. It's like those and that makes me so happy because like every time that happens, it was a post that was really hard for me to share. Like it was a subject, like whether it was, I shared a little while ago, like about my eating disorder, like that's really hard for me to share, guys. Like that's not something like I decided to share with the world all the time. And like, it's those moments where someone like is like, I wish I was as brave as you. And wow, it's really ballsy. I think I got a message like, it's really ballsy for you to share. And I'm like, I just look at it as like, this is my story. Like if I can inspire someone with my story, like that really means so much to me that it's worth it to me. And to me, like, I don't know, like it's not the first time that I've shared that part of my life. And I remember the first time I shared it and it was scary as hell because I felt like I was going to be judged. I felt like some people wouldn't be able to relate and they like wouldn't be able to understand and they would like think I'm weird or like whatever. But it's like when you guys finally take that moment and like really like put yourself out there, the opposite happens. Like you're so empowered by knowing how many people can relate to your message. Like the amount of likes I get, the amount of people reaching out to me personally saying, oh my God, I can so relate to that. It's like, you realize you're not alone in this. Like you're not a freak. Like this is actually a pretty normal struggle that people go through. Maybe some of it go through it longer than others and they take longer to overcome it, but that doesn't make you a bad person. Like that's such a strong part of my journey is being able to help people to feel like they have that out, to feel like they're not alone in these types of struggles. Like that's really why I wanted to do something in health and fitness. That's why I was so excited to become a coach, is to help people through these hard moments. So get out of your comfort zone, guys, and like face your fears about these things. The things that make you feel so uncomfortable that you're so scared to share, those are the big things that are going to inspire people in a really big way. And, talk to your coach about it, like talk to me about it. Like if you need to like work up that strength, or if like you really just feel like it's not something you can do, or you just want to talk about like, how do you even go about it? Like, how do you word it correctly? Whatever it is, don't, shy away from it. Just talk through it. And again, because if like you can get to that point where you actually do it, you're going to be amazed with the results and how positive they are and what it, like the difference it makes in your life, not just personally in how you feel because you're helping others. Like it's literally a sign of relief when you like have the ability to be able to talk about it, like just share it with someone and people that like understand you. Like my family finally realized like I had this problem, like as much as they wanted to help me, like I just felt like they looked at me like a problem. Like they couldn't understand what I was going through. Like they couldn't be someone that I could talk to and tell me that like, oh, I know what you're going through and it's okay. And it's like it was just something that even though I knew like I had their support because they love me, like was still something that I was going through alone. And I don't want people to feel like that. And like, that is something that's like so powerful for us guys. Like, we have the power to help people in that way where they can relate to us on subjects like this, the strong subjects that like no one wants to talk about and everyone feels uncomfortable about, but like it's out there. Like, people are really struggling with these things.
Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I remember the day Heather and I will FaceTime and we'll talk, and sorry if you can hear Jacob in the background, but you said to me, hey, you haven't shared your before after pics. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And I was so scared to do that. And I remember the day I shared them, just clicking send and being like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? But literally my business like took off after that day, because people up until that point, I hadn't been letting them see everything. And as scary as it was for me, like they actually saw the difference that I'd made in just 3 months. So it was just really huge. And that was big and scary, but like there was never anything bad that came from it. Only like really good things. So I just wanted to share that.
Absolutely. And Nicole, I know you finally made it on the phone, and I'm going to call you out a little bit, but like Nicole's a new coach and she's literally rocking it, guys. She's doing amazing. And she was funny. She was the same way. She was a coach for a bit and really wasn't sharing, wasn't doing anything. And I was like, Nicole, like share your before and after. Like, I know you're using the products, you're loving them, like you're having really great success. And the moment she shared, and don't feel like you have to share, Nicole, if you don't want to, but like the moment she shared, like I never saw someone's page light up the way hers did. Like the positive feedback she was getting on her results and how much she was inspiring people, like inspired me. I was just like, wow, like I've been doing this forever. And I was just like, it was amazing. The only thing is I told her the next time in her after picture, she needs to smile, but it was amazing. Like the feedback she got was literally incredible. And I'm pretty sure I talked to you, Nicole, and like that was huge for you. And like, it was so nice to be able to like see that like people had your back and like they were supporting you in this. Cause I know it's so scary to put yourself out there in the beginning and to not understand. I remember the first time I shared a transformation photo and my family was like, what are you doing on social media? Like, what's that about? You're in your sports bra. Like, no. And I was like, no. Like, just wait. Like, look at these messages. Like, really inspiring people. And like, but it's just funny. Like, people just don't get it at first.
If I had to do it again, Heather, and I want to say this because Kim's on the call and I know she's just starting, I would totally do this. I would make a video to myself, to my future self, and say all the things I wanted to say. And then when I got to this point that I'm at, I'd like respond to that video. And I think that would be so powerful. So if you want to do something like that, you don't have to, but it would be really cool because I would totally do it.
That sounds amazing. And I want to share a quote. If you guys don't know how to look at the chat, Lindsay just shared, courage isn't about the absence of fear. It's having fear, but doing it anyways. I really love that. Thank you, Lindsay, for sharing that. So yeah, let me just finish off what I had here. So I said, if you really want this for whatever reason, like step up in a big way and like find it within your comfort zone in order to like step out and, share these types of things to inspire people. And being a brand new coach is not an excuse, guys. Like I can speak for everyone, I'm sure, when I say, I wish I did it sooner. Like, I wish I stepped out of my comfort zone sooner. I wish I shared this business opportunity sooner. Like, I wish I did all those things, because once you really start getting into it and you realize how much you really inspire people, it's life-changing. And, not only life-changing for your business, but just personally and your personal growth and how you feel about yourself and what you feel like you're capable of, and your confidence and your belief and your hope. And just what you can do in life. Like, it's really so empowering. So like when I started, guys, like, again, like it's never too early. Like I was telling you, like, I didn't know how to create a team page. Like I didn't really have a team, but I did it anyways. Like I didn't really think I was ready to start holding team calls. Like I knew I would only get like one person or none, but I started it anyways. Just have that confidence within yourself to believe in what you're capable of now and believe in your future and just start working towards that. And it's going to be tough in the beginning because you're going to feel like no one's listening or no one's watching, or no one wants to be a part of it. But if you stay true to really, being a leader and believing in this opportunity and believing in yourself and understanding what it's capable of, not because you're already experiencing it, because you're not going to experience right away, but because other people experiencing it. Because I'm telling you, I was where you were a little over a year ago. Like, I was in your seat thinking, I don't know, like, is this for me? Like, can I do this? I see other people doing it, but can I do this? But I believed watching other coaches that they were no different than me, that they had nothing special, that I had the power within me in order to grow the successful business, because I really wanted it. And I understood that this business allows me to do all the things that I ever wanted to do. I was able to help others. I was able to create a life of personal and financial freedom for myself. Guys, I have this huge dream of being a very successful stay-at-home mom. Like, if this dream came to life for me, like, it's literally going to be the most life-changing thing. And I'm excited to be able to share that someday. Not only will I get to that point, but I have traveled the world before that, which was another huge dream of mine that I still can't believe that I'm living. Like, sometimes I feel like I need to pinch myself and remember that I still live in London. Because if you guys asked me 2 years ago if this would be my life, I would have laughed in your face and said, you're like, no, I wouldn't have believed you. Like, I would have been like, no, not at all. So and I'm like, that doesn't have to be your goals, but whatever your goals are, guys, like, you need to start believing that they're absolutely possible and that you can achieve them for yourself, whether it's go on that next vacation, put money in the bank, pay off your credit cards, help 1,000 people, build your dream house, whatever it may be. This opportunity can absolutely get there. But one of the biggest things will be having that belief before you're even there. It's huge. It's what's going to keep you going. It's what's going to keep you positive, and understanding that there is something bigger that aligns ahead of you. So, I love this quote too, like, if you wait forever, nothing's ever going to change. You need to get out what you put in. So never settle, be fearless, guys. And don't take no for an answer. There's so many times in this business where people feel like they get a no, but like, unless someone actually says, no, get out of my face or stop messaging me, I don't really think it's a no. I'm just like, I feel like they're kind of still open to hearing about it. I still could really put myself out there. I keep forming with them. I keep following up, because one of the biggest things in this business is, like, health and fitness is kind of a weird thing for people, guys. Like, they know they need it, but they don't actually do anything about it until you nudge them a bit in order to make them realize this is something that they really should be investing in for themselves. Or maybe it's the business opportunity that attracts them, but they say they're interested, but they're not pulling the plug. It's because they're scared, guys. They're scared. They need that hope. They need someone to believe in them, and they need to understand how this fits into the lifestyle. So do that for them. Like, learn about people, learn what makes them tick, like, what is it about this business and this products that attract them, and use that as, a way to kind of get into their mind and to help them relate to this opportunity, what it could do for their family. Maybe they're a teacher and they want to be home with their kids. So put that in perspective with them, help them understand that they could do that with this business, and how long it's going to take to them to get there, and what it's going to take for them to get there. This will make people really more interested in the opportunity and draw them to that and get them excited to it, and make them get to the point that they honestly can't say no, because they believe that this might be their road to success. This is their opportunity to freedom. I believe that. My coach helped me believe that. Whether it's me or her, with combination, whatever it was, the day I got on the phone with her, I was like, yes. It was almost like a light bulb went off, and I was like, this is it. This is my path to freedom. And from that day, I just ran with it, guys, because I believe that. I don't know. I joke about it with my boyfriend, because he's like, she mind washed you, and I was like, no. Something about what she said helped me connect with this, and I mean, clearly it works, and clearly I was right, my intuition or whatever, and it's just been happening. But honestly, I think it goes back to belief, guys. I think it goes back to belief in myself, this opportunity, the products, and it all adding up together, and just continuing to fight for it, because I see the bigger picture and I see what this can do for me long term. So, I mean, I want to take this opportunity for you guys to kind of ask questions or how you feel about this. Like, I always get fired up talking about this because I feel like this is such a huge part of my journey and how I've been successful. And I feel like when people talk about belief, they're like, yeah, I believe, but like, really think about it. Like, do you believe? Like, do you believe these are the best products out there? Have you experienced that for yourself? I know several people on this call have. I know Holly has for a fact. I know Lindsay has for a fact. You know, Nicole, I know you're getting great results. Like, I don't know if you're there completely mentally yet, but like, literally, I believe that. I believe that there's nothing better for people, especially the people that need us the most, the people that have never been, like, people that are huge going to the gym, that lack the self-confidence, that don't believe that they have another opportunity. They're settling in the body that they had because they're a mom, and they're just like, well, I'm a mom, like, you know, this is just my life now. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. Or they're older and maybe they have a knee injury and they don't think that there's any opportunity for them. Or, you know, maybe it's a business opportunity, like they're struggling in debt and like they just like accepting that this is a life that they have to live because this is what you're supposed to do. Like, you hate your job and you go to work and you come home and like, this is what you do. Like, that's not life, guys. Like, that's settling and just like living like day to day, like miserable. And this is what a lot of society just accepts. And I was going to accept at some point in my life. And I realized it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, anyone can do this. You just have to show them the way and give them the tools and get them to see that it's possible for them and have that belief in them. Sorry. Does anyone want to say anything? And then I want to just highlight a few things that about like trainings coming up and stuff like that. Now I'm going to catch up on the newsfeed. Oh my God, Holly, 45 pounds.
Lindsay, you say that out loud. What is it? And then somehow all my messages started going to Nicole. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
I was just kidding. I said twin mom on fleek. On fleek is like a thing that the cool kids say these days. Just means like off the chisel. I don't know. Like,
Really?
I don't know. I think it's a funny term. I was trying to be cool.
No, I didn't know what you were talking about, so I was just
good. I'm like, I don't know what fleek is.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's all right. Lindsay's cooler than me. Sorry, Heather.
No, you're fine. I just want to acknowledge, like, I don't, like, everyone comes across haters in their business, because Lindsay had made a comment up there about, like, haters. I don't remember when, I don't know when that was during my conversation, but, like, I feel like I embrace haters now, guys, because like they like fuel my fire. Because like when I think back of when I started this business, there's so many people that were like, "You're a Beachbody coach, like you went to college, like you have a good degree, like you had a good job," and I was like, "Yeah, like do you understand what this business can do for you? Like do you understand what it is?" And I just like didn't even like I was so focused, guys, and so like believed so much in this opportunity that like. It was like tunnel vision. Like I was just like, I don't care what any of you say. And it was probably a bit extreme for some people, but like, honestly, if you like, don't allow for people to steer you in the wrong direction with this. Like this is something you take enough time in to be passionate about and understand, like we are really helping people. Like this is something bigger than yourself. It's always going to be something bigger than yourself, because in the beginning it starts with helping others get healthy and fit. That's where this begins. And then, like I'm telling you, you become a leader. Like, that's huge. Like, I never feel like I'm just selling products, because this business is so much more than that. Not only am I becoming the best version of myself that I've ever been, smarter, healthier, whatever it is, like I said, like I feel like I've never would have gotten these opportunities through like a corporate job that I've gotten through like this. Like, because it's just like more hands-on experience working with people. You're real, like, you're opening yourself up, you're letting yourself get vulnerable, but you're also teaching yourself the tools to become a great leader, become a great person in every part of your life. Like this opportunity, guys, opens up so much doors. Never let someone feel bad about that. When someone's judging you, it's because of their own insecurities. Bye, Lindsay. It's because of their own insecurities. So don't like, you know, always talk to me if there's like some issue there, if you guys feel like, you know, someone's bullying you, or you just like someone's not understanding your journey and like you're struggling with it. Like don't allow for it to get you up, like really upset until you talk to like me about it or your upline coach, and like, you know, we can talk through it so you can like understand more, like, what does this have to do with? Like, does it have to do with this person? How close are you to this person, and like what that has to mean for your business and yourself. Because I feel like that's really important to make you feel like you have the support and guidance in order to, you know, get over these things and everything. Because, you know, if I would have allowed those people to stand in my way, I wouldn't be where I am today. And like those people aren't paying your bills. They're not, you know, with you every day. Like they're not, I mean, unless it's your husband, I guess, but like, hopefully they support you in everything you're doing. But like, yeah, I mean, these people, like, it's not going to be life changing for you. So like, think about those things. Oh no, Nicole. All right. So we're coming up on an hour. So I'll cut this off. I'm sorry. I could talk forever, guys. But just a few things that I do want to mention. So let me pull up my calendar because I know. So the next coach training, if you guys want to be in it, or if you have other coaches that want to be in it, will be starting Monday, November 2nd. So that's next Monday. So make sure you have that on your calendar and start inviting people to it if you want to. I also wanted to post on the page too, if anyone has people like upcoming that are interested in the coaching opportunity, if you guys are interested in me running a coach sneak peek. And Kim, I don't know if you know what this is yet, but I can private message you. It's basically an opportunity for people to learn about the coaching opportunity in 5 days. So if it's something that they're kind of interested in, but they don't know if they definitely want to come on board yet, it's an opportunity for them to kind of learn about it before completely committing. So that's something that I might start doing too. And we're also starting a Shakeology challenge group that I posted about on the page. I'm trying to get all of you guys to engage with because this will be really huge for our teams. It's an opportunity to create loyal Shakeology customers, which is a huge part of this business. It's basically going to be a group talking about Shakeology and going to provide clean eating tips. It'll be really fun. So that's pinned in the page. So please check that out too. And we're just asking for everyone to sign up for a post. It should be like a really easy thing, guys. Like it should take a few minutes to develop an easy post. I can provide you with an example if that's something that like interests you in order to commit. But I think it will be really a great thing for the team. So I highly recommend you guys commit to that too. So, but thank you so much for calling in tonight. I always love seeing your faces. And I'll post a recording in the page for anyone that missed it. And bye, Jacob.
Say bye. Wave. Say I'm being awful. I just tried to climb over the edge, so mommy's holding on to me tight. Oh,
you're so cute.
A little balance guy.
Well, I hope you guys all have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.